So, today I want to talk about something that causes a lot of frustrations for therapists, but isn't always explained very clearly. Have you ever asked, hey, I've got a CPA. Why can't they just tell me what to do? That's what I hired them for, right? If you've ever felt stuck, confused, disappointed after a tax conversation or a planning conversation, something strategic, this might explain why you might have had that feeling. I'm Alan Pruitt and I'm the Therapist CPA. And this channel is for therapists in private practice who want fewer tax surprises and more clarity around their money without any overwhelm or shame. This is day 9 of our 30 days to financial clarity for therapists. So let's pause for a second because I want to explain what people actually mean, what accountants, bookkeepers, CPAs, tax strategists actually mean when they say your books. When we talk about your books, we are mainly talking about your business's financial records. So what this usually includes is what your income is, how much revenue you brought in, your expenses, all of your business expenses that is attached and deducting from that revenue, and how those transactions are categorized. And all the reports that come from all those items, like your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, those are all the things that tell the full financial story of your private practice. So here's the key part that most therapists aren't told. Your CPA can only work with the information that that story provides. So most books, remember, financial picture of the practice, messy, outdated, incomplete. And there's a real limit to what, we can do on our end as financial professionals to help you plan and predict if we don't have that information lined up properly. So what this really means is just think of it this way. If it is messy information in, messy information out. As they say, trash in, trash out, not to be too harsh, but if the numbers aren't good coming in, then the planning and whatnot going out isn't going to be great either. So, but here's the good news. This does not mean that you fail, that there's any kind of issue. This just means you are a busy therapist who was never taught this and you're focusing on clients. You didn't get clear guidance early on, because that's another huge, and you just didn't know. And then bookkeeping wasn't really explained to you in a way that made sense. But here's why all of that matters, because tax planning relies on accurate current numbers, right? And so if income is miscategorized, expenses are missing, transactions haven't been reviewed in months or quarters or years, or what we see a lot of times is the expenses that you have, some are in the business account, some are in the personal account, maybe some are on the business credit card, some is on a spouse's credit card. They're kind of everywhere. So that picture isn't really all in one spot. So this messes up things because the tax estimates are really just a guess. The strategy conversations that you have are vague because you can't really go deep into those, and tax surprises unfortunately become a lot more likely because we don't have the accurate numbers to put and project into your tax return. So even in those situations, even the best CPAs can only react. So we want to get out of being reactionary and being proactive. So clean books aren't about being perfect, they're just about clarity. And that's what we're here to help you to do. So this will help give you and your CPA a clear picture of what's happening right now and accurately in your practice. And when that foundation is in place, different things like quarterly tax planning, cash flow decisions, paying yourself consistently, and your just overall long-term plan and strategy for your practice becomes so much more clear when the numbers are accurate and more reflective of what your business is actually doing. And when all of this is in place, everything is a lot more easier and it feels a lot less stressful. So here's one thing you could do today. Here's your action plan for the day is ask yourself this. If I look at my financial reports right now, would I trust that these numbers are actually representative of what my business is actually doing? If I look at that income number, does that income number look right? If I look at my expenses, is that everything that I've spent within my business? Or Do I have personal transactions off on an Amazon card, off on a spouse's credit card, in my business bank account? Are these things not centralized in one place? Because then if the answer is no, then guess what? Once again, not something to judge. However, it is good information to have, and that helps you. So over the rest of this series, we're going to keep connecting these dots for you so your finances and your CPA relationship feel supportive and not frustrating, because we want this to help you to take your private practice to the next level. And having good financial information, nice clean books that tell a full representative picture of your practice is exactly what does that. So we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had a situation like this where you felt stuck or confused or not just really know what to say after a tax conversation or after a bookkeeping conversation? Let us know in the comments below, and we'd love to hear how this is helping you. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Peace.